Hey there, Tracy here. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing for you the Love from Lizi June 2025 card kit called Crystal Slipper. All kinds of magical goodies inside. So let's go ahead, and I'll also make a small project, a quick project. Let's go ahead and hop into the video. So here's the box, and on top are the extra goodies that I purchased with my kind of sort of commission. So I got this vellum. This is from last month's kit. And it comes with two. It's got the black and white with the gold butterflies and then gold butterflies and red. And then I got this linen rainbow set of cardstock because I love rainbows and I love paper. So we're going to open up here and let me grab the bag and just put this over top so I'm not distracted by it. We'll move this whole box over to the side. And this is the A4 bag that comes in the kit. Let's just open it up and see if I can carefully, whoever packs this, I'm going to have to commend you because I have a heck of a time getting it in and out of the bag. Once it's out of the bag and I've unboxed it, it lives in the box outside of the bag. So you get 5 sheets of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You get lilac, baby blue, I'm going to get white, let's see if I can get these apart, pink, and vanilla. So very nice pastel set of card base. Those are strong, feels like 110 pounds. And then these are approximately 15 by 15 centimeter iridescent shells. Aren't those cool? And blue faux suede. Pretty neat, huh? There's the kind of texture of it. And then we've got this holographic cardstock. This is an A5 sheet. We've got the brand new peel-offs. These are lemon glitter mini twinkles. I love, love, love these mini twinkles. They're so fabulous. And we'll use some of those today. Maybe not this color, but some color. And then we've got 5 holographic borders. And they almost feel like metal, but they're definitely probably plastic, but they're holographic and they're super cool. Next, we've got the Crystal Slipper ephemera, and I will lay this all out for you off camera and be right back. Here it is all laid out. So you've got the princesses, and they come in all kinds of colors. So, you know, however your princess color is, you can do. And so there's a small one, and then there's a large one. Let's see if I can pick these up. Me and picking things up is tricky. So again, we've got 4 colors of the large princess. We've got the castle, and I'm going to be using that today. And then we have the fairy godmother. We've got 2 of them, and wands that are separate, and we've got 2 that the wands are attached. We've got 2 little pillows. We've got a small coach and a larger coach. And then we have the coach with the horses. We've got a coachman. Isn't he adorable? We've got a clock, we've got a couple of slippers, we've got bows, pumpkins, crowns, a little lantern, and little horses. So next up we have the 6x6 pattern paper, and there are 12 sheets, and they are single-sided. So they've got the same kind of patterns that match the ephemera. And you'll see they also match the stamp set. So here we've got little crowns, and this is kind of a pink color, but it's not showing up well on my camera. And then we've got this one with a little bottom border and the coaches and the horses. And then we've got this one here with little pumpkins and clocks and little coaches. So you're getting the theme by now, I hope. And here we've got the beautiful little horses on a dark, dark green backdrop. And then the blue backdrop, kind of a periwinkle blue color or a light blue. And then a white backdrop with the princess dresses. And then just some stars on a blue paper, and they look like they're kind of gold. And then we've got a yellow backdrop. And here are the horses again on, looks like kind of an ombre backdrop. and another backdrop with a border on it, little kind of watercolor looking stripes. Okay, so next up is the embellishment bag. Oh, whoops, I forgot to show you the stamps. Let's look at the stamps. So you can see that the stamps are matching. We've got the pillow and the crown and the slipper, a couple of little hearts, some pumpkins, and a wand. And we've got, so this is love, can change your whole life, the perfect shoe, a dream is a wish your heart makes, with love, hello pumpkin, have courage and be kind, my favorite princess. So all kinds of occasions for those stamps, for those sentiments. Okay, so everything comes packed neatly in this little bag. And so we've got the Enchanted Die Castle. Well, let me just separate these things out here because some stuff's in a separate bag. And by the way, sorry about the extra noise if you're hearing it. I can't stop the neighbors from mowing. So we have the Enchanted Castle die, and then we have these charms. So there are 3 diamante slippers and 3 little clocks. How cute. And then we've got some mini bows that I forget to show you, but I'll show you later. We got a bag of mini diamond sequins. These are really neat, and you'll see those in a future card in a hop. And so moving right along, we've got inside this little bag, we've got gems, and let me just pull everything out. I'll put it all back later or not. I could never get that in that bag. We've got this beautiful kind of blue velvet and organza that's stretchy. So that's pretty cool. And then we have these pink glitter velvet, blue velvet, and organza specialty ribbons, little glittery pink, and this little gems. And they're self-sticking, so that's helpful. Okay, did I get everything in the bag? In a moment here, I'll show you the little bows because they're really pretty, but they're so tiny I didn't see them. They're in a really teeny tiny bag, see? Look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? Just love those. Okay, so now we're going to go into the pinstripes. So we've got the crystal slipper pin bundle with the white with silver finish, the pink holographic, the silver moon dust, and the ice blue silver mirror finish. Then we have the crystal slipper variety with many twinkles in pink iridescent, topaz, mint, and candy floss glitter. And then finally, in the kit, and then there's some extras I'm going to show you that are part of the release. But inside the kit, let me see if I can get these out here. We've got some specialty cardstock. We've got all these right here, which I don't really know. I guess it's an extra Lizzie sent me, or it might go with the yeah, I think they're the pinstripe peel-offs that go with the new release. All right, let's get out this specialty cardstock. So we have this silver pillar holographic. We have Atlantic blue pearlescent. We've got rose glitter, and this is a smooth glitter. It's not, you know, bumpity. It doesn't come off on your hands. We've got a silver matte mirror. We've got a fuchsia glitter, and we have a silver glitter, and we'll be using some of that silver glitter today, for sure. So the extras that are part of some of our designers got, and some of all of us got them, super cute. We've got this little bit of magic stamp set. I love the little girl with the unicorn hat, so adorable. And lots of magical wishes. And then we got a Make-A-Wish dies. And let's see. No, those are layering sentiment cutting dies. There's Make-A-Wish dies. Oh, right in here. These are the Make-A-Wish dies. And this is a very intricate little castle. And a little fairy. And the little die that says Make-A-Wish. That cuts out all those little curly cues. And the same with the little fairy. This is going to be fun, friends. You'll see those in a later video. All right, let's see. What have I missed here? We got the Make-A-Wish stamp set. Okay, that's it that I got. Okay, so I have the castle, and I have fussy cut around it to cut some of the white off. And I'm going to use the 6x6 pattern paper that comes with the kit that has the border on the bottom because I can, and because it'll work. And you'll see. So I'm going to cut that down to card front size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And let's see, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, I want to make a cloud. So I've got the silver. I'm going to make a silver cloud. I was starting to make a white one, but I want it to be silver. And I'm just going to freehand on the back of the paper, just the shape, basic shape of a kind of a cloud that basically I want my castle to sit on the cloud. And then I'll cut that out and we'll flip it over and use the flip side. And I'm not going to cut it exactly the way I drew it. I'm just going to rough cut it the best I can. Because that's all I can do. I don't have a specific cloud die that's that size or shape. I have plenty, but they're all pretty big or round or they're real tiny. So just freehand it. Why not? This is just a quick project, just because I don't like to do an unboxing without giving you a project too. So there's my little cloud, silver sparkly. Here's my castle. There's my backdrop. Super easy because that large piece of ephemera. So I'll go ahead and glue this down to my card base. And it's exactly the same size as the card base, so I'm not worried about getting it even other than, you know, kind of getting it straight down onto that card base. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Just stand it up and kind of line them up and then smush it down. And there we go. We've got it lined up. Super easy card to do. And then I'm going to lay my castle. So it's almost like there's, you know, people around the castle. I don't know. And then I'll pop my cloud up over top of that. So I'll just glue the castle straight down. It's a pretty castle. Nice pastel colors. But I kind of like the wonky drawing of it, and I'm going to have to scooch it over a little bit because I don't want the flag hanging off the side there. Just make sure it's good and stuck down. And then I'll use some foam tape to pop up my cloud. So it looks like the little castle's sitting in a cloud. Get this stuff to stick. Trim it off. Add the little excess pieces here and there. Grab some of my scrap. Get that laid down. And that's good enough. I'm happy with that. I'll use some liquid glue here to glue this down. I must have bumped my camera. It looks all wonky. But as long as you can see what I'm doing, I'm happy with it. And you can always pinch to zoom in if you need to. But please don't watch me on an HD big screen if I ever show my face. Okay, let's get that cloud on there nice and straight. Now I want to do a sentiment too. So I'm going to select one of these sentiments. Let's see here. Let's grab a piece of paper here. Let's grab my Mini Misty because I can't be trusted to freehand stamp, especially a brand new stamp. And these are very, very delicate words. So I'm just going to kind of decide where I want to stamp it. I'm not sure if I'm going to fussy cut it out or if I'm just going to cut it into a rectangle. Still thinking on that. But I want to use a kind of a periwinkle color there. So I'm going to use First Fine Claire in, I don't know, periwinkle. Dream is a wish your heart makes. Nice little Disney reference. Let's go ahead and put that stamp back before I let it get too dirty. And let's move the mini Misty so it's not distracting there. And let me think here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut it into a rectangle, and I think I'll do a silver border around the rectangle. So I'm going to cut it pretty close. Probably too close for comfort, but it's okay. Yep, I need it to be a little bit closer on the bottom without cutting my words off or making them look smushed. And I'll just go ahead and cut the ends off. And I cut from the bottom, friends, so sometimes I can't get my whole machine into my camera view. And then I'm just going to glue this down to a piece of this silver, and I think I'm looking for the holographic here. But I decide to settle, oh, I have 2 pieces of silver, so I want to use one that I already cut into. I'm just going to glue this directly down to the silver, and then I'll trim around it, just to kind of pull some more of that sparkle and shine in. And I'm just using the edge of the white against the edge of my guard there as a guide to kind of where to cut. And that'll give me an even border all the way around. There we go. And I think I'm going to pop that up too. First I have to decide where I want to put it, because I'm going to have to cover that castle no matter what, unless I put it on the inside, which I don't want to do. Let's trim these off, and I've got them coupled together at a time here, just trying to save time and use up what's in front of me. Get a little chunk there and a little chunk right next to it. And I'll add some liquid glue, and I think I'm going to put it right there. Get that glued down, and then all that's left is just some embellishment, and that's where I'm going to use some of those those mini twinkles. So let's get those out. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use some of these pinstripes too. This sort of hot pink color. There's a gold one attached to the back of it. Now let's see if I can find the opening, friends. There it is. I take all these out and I keep them in a folder, but for now, they're in their containers. Look how sparkly this is. So we're going to just kick it up a notch with some sparkle and shine. Had I known I was going to do this, I probably would have done it before I glued it down to the card, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put a strip across the bottom and a strip across the top. I'll trim off that excess. It's not long enough to fit on the next piece, so I'll just grab another. Put this one back for later use, because you can always, you know, if you're going to use them under something, you can always piece them together. And I'm not even worried that they're the same distance from the top and bottom, as far as, you know, from the very top and from the very bottom. Not worried about that at all, because everything's kind of wonk here, and I'm good with that. It's kind of a wonky little castle. Now we're going to get these little peel-offs off. And I'm going to use the pink and the topaz mini twinkles. And I'm not even going to take them apart there. I'm just going to pick them off with my tweezers. And just start laying them around. These things are just fabulous. I just love these. Because they're nice and flat, and because they're sparkly, and because I love the shape of them. So I'm just going to keep laying them down until I feel like I have enough, without much rhyme or reason as far as counting how many there are, if there's odd or even. I'm just going to put them the way I feel like I want them. Let's grab another pink one. Let's see, we'll put her right about there. I do want to have them on there so that there's some equality, so to speak. Balance. Balance is the word I'm looking for. So now I'm grabbing the little topaz ones. Let's see, I think we need one right in there. Need another, and I'm using the smallest ones, and they're tiny, friends. If you're going to use these, you're going to want tweezers. Get another one over here. Whoops, it's stuck to my tweezers. And I'm good with it. So there it is. There's the card. Thanks for coming and checking out my unboxing. If you like the video, please pop me a thumbs up. And I'll have all the links you need down in the description box below. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.